Today, I'm going to share with you 4 ways to improve communication with your spouse, so both of you are open to talk and listen to each other and get to actual agreement on whatever you want to fix. And wait to the end because I'm going to tell you the power tip to get your spouse emotionally ready to receive and listen to things that you have to say, especially when it comes to those hard conversations that sometimes you need to have. If you are new to me, hello, my name is Marcela Collier. I'm a parenting coach, owner of Impact Club, parenting education online platform. For the last 2 years, I've coached thousands of parents all over the world, couples during consultations, my programs, group coaching, and I know exactly what is the thing that doesn't help them when it comes to their communication. The month of September is all about co-parenting here on YouTube, on my Instagram, on my TikTok, where I have my biggest following, 500,000 cycle breakers over there. I encourage you to follow me there to get more, and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Every weekend you get a new video from me. Number 1, get rid of thinking errors. What are thinking errors? We communicate what we think, and sometimes our thinking is not accurate, even if it seems accurate to us. According to studies, there are a few thinking errors, and there are some that especially I've seen couples struggling with when it comes to getting an agreement with their co-parenting. Thinking error number 1 is fortune telling. Fortune telling is you anticipating what your spouse may do or may not do, and that anticipation might not be that accurate. So for example, if your spouse usually yells at the kids when they're throwing a tantrum, you anticipate that and go and jump in to the rescue or to correct his parenting, her parenting, just because you assume they're going to yell, even if they're not yelling yet. That's a thinking error, and that discourages parents that are trying to start listening to you about a new parenting style because they are like, I don't even want to know anything about it. She keeps correcting me. She keeps jumping in. They feel discouraged, and then they go back to their authoritarian ways. Thinking error number 2 that I've seen in the couples that I coach is mind reading. So mind reading has to do with assuming the intentions, your spouse's intentions when he does or she does things. For example, you see your spouse sitting on the couch. He goes and sits on the couch and puts his earphones on and starts watching Netflix, and then you assume the intention why he's doing it. Oh, he's doing that because he doesn't want to help me with the kids. That's assuming their intentions. It could be something else. It could be that they just want to relax, or in their mind they feel that they already did their part. I already fed the kids, so she can handle everything else until we leave the house. That might be what they're thinking, and then you're assuming that they're doing it because they don't want to help you, which, by the way, if they're not helping you, they're parenting with you. Your spouse doesn't help you take care of the kids. It's their responsibility as well. Number 2, communicating clearly what you need. I've seen that a lot, and I'm guilty of that as well. I feel overwhelmed. I'm thinking I'm with everything, and I just say it. I'm with everything right now. When the real thing that I needed to say was, could you please help me? I feel overwhelmed. Do you see the difference? You tell your spouse, I'm with everything, and then they're going to act defensively because then they're not going to see what you need. They're just going to feel attacked by you. And they might respond with things such as, what do you mean that you're with everything? Who brings the money to the house? Or who bathed the kids this morning? Give your spouse the benefit of the doubt. I almost screwed up with my husband last week because I almost didn't give him the benefit of the doubt. I told my husband, could you please pack Santiago's lunch? I have 5-year-old twins. He said, oh yeah, I packed Santiago's lunch, you pack Miguel's. I'm like, okay, perfect. They came back from school. I opened the lunch box and it was empty. I'm not saying empty of food. It was empty of everything. It was just the lunch box. He didn't pack anything. And I was like, oh my gosh, he didn't pack anything. I started getting so upset. so upset. I wanted to tell him, you're so irresponsible. How come? I just wanted to go off on him, and the Holy Spirit stopped me and I didn't do it. I gave him the benefit of the doubt, and I asked him. So instead of jumping into conclusions, ask your husband or wife directly about that thing that is bothering you. I asked him, I noticed that the lunchbox was empty. What happened? Then he said, oh, I didn't pack him that lunchbox. I packed his lunch in tinfoil and in a little bag. I did pack that lunchbox thinking that he put the food in there. So yes, he did, but he didn't do it in the lunchbox. That avoided me an argument. Number 4, remember in the beginning how to get your spouse emotionally ready to listen to you. They're not emotionally ready if they're already upset. They're not emotionally ready if they're overwhelmed themselves in front of the kids. They're not emotionally ready if they're tired, if they just came from work. Give them time. Even though you might want to respond right away, zip it up, hold your horses, and wait until it is a good timing, that he's relaxed, he's more open to listen to you and to have a conversation with you. Because if you don't wait, it's just going to be a bickering back and forth, and it is not healthy for you, for your spouse, or the kids as well. Now, you're trying to do this thing called gentle parenting, because if you follow me, if you're subscribed to this channel, I know. But your spouse is not. How do you get your spouse on board? I created a whole video about that. It is this one right here. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up and tell me one thing, one takeaway from the things that you learned today. Keep parenting your children with understanding, and you are a cycle breaker.